Hi FlossTube, I'm Rachel, Stitchy Rach, here on FlossTube and on Instagram. It's Monday the 12th of December and this is Flossmas number 12. Hi everyone, welcome. Welcome from an extremely cold and snowy Kent this evening. I'm filming again later in the day. Today did not go as planned. Just after I spoke to you last night, so I think I spoke to you about 5 o'clock yesterday, and just after I spoke to you, it started snowing. It snowed a lot, so we had about 4 inches in about 2-3 hours, which I know to some places in the world is like a smattering of snow, but in Kent, trust me, that is enough to bring everyone grinding to a halt. So yesterday evening my eldest was meant to be singing in a carol concert with her school choir, and so I dropped her off and my husband was going to watch the carol concert so that I could stay at home with the other 2 and put them to bed. So he rang me 40 minutes after we left home. The location is 10 minutes away and we knew it was snowing, and we have 4x4s because we live in the countryside and we need them. And so he was fine in the snow, he was taking it steadily, but he was fine. But where my daughter was singing this carol concert was at the top of a hill, and so he had been stuck behind other vehicles, other like 2-wheel drive vehicles, trying to get up a 1 in 5 hill in the snow. He was so frustrated. It just sounds like it was absolute carnage out there. So he finally got there 20 minutes late, heard 2 songs, and then they stopped the carol concert so that everyone could get home in the snow, and then it took them another 30 minutes to get home. So that was a bit of a disaster. And then both my children's schools are closed, so they've all been at home with me today, which meant we've done a bit of home learning. Not huge amounts, there wasn't huge amounts set, to be fair. I think that's good, you know, we're in the last week of term anyway. But they've done a little bit of work and they've done a little bit of playing, and we went sledging and we've built a snowman and we made snow angels and had snowball fights, and we've done all the lovely snowy things that are great when you're a small child. So I'm very much hoping they'll be back at school tomorrow. I think they will be. It is melting. It's melting quite quickly, to be fair. And for those of you that might remember, it was meant to be my daughter's nativity today. But I believe school are looking to rearrange it. So I live in hope. I live in hope. It's the hope that will kill you, I guess. But I'm filming after dark again today, so I'm in the dodgy lighting again. I know I said that a lot yesterday. I have worked out how to correct it to a fair extent in the editing. So hopefully what you're seeing isn't quite as horrendously yellow and discoloured as what I actually see. As I say, I hope what I've managed to do in the edit makes it look a little bit better. So that was all a very long preamble to say that basically, as you can probably guess, not huge amounts of stitching have been done. Given that I have been supervising reading and maths and writing and sledging and snowman making and all those things. Oh, and hot chocolate preparing, and they're all downstairs now watching The Grinch. So they're entertained for a little while. Obviously dance class was cancelled tonight as well, so no out and about stitching either. In fact, I will be dropping off at dance class about now, under normal circumstances. So there we are. So we've had quite a chilled out day here, to be fair. It's been quite nice. Right, shall I show you what I did stitch yesterday? So I haven't done any knitting since I saw you yesterday, but I have done some stitching. So yesterday when I filmed, I had just finished Fox Forest, and last night I got out my, so I shouldn't undo it before I show it to you, my Elsie from Penelope's Pocket. If you don't know, these are kind of little thread keeps and needle minders. There's a magnet up here, which you can see has a needle on it, and you can, you know, it's just got like fluffy batting type stuff, wadding, that holds your threads. And I have shown this before, the outside is covered in 32 count vintage country mocha, and I am just using it as a collage of my stitching. So after I finished Fox Forest last night, I went back and I stitched that tree on my Elsie to commemorate Fox Forest. So there you go, you can see we've got 3 now, so that's from the Japanese sampler that I finished a few days ago. It's from Fox Forest, and this is from House on Pumpkin Hill. So I'm starting to fill it up. So that's what I stitched last night, and only that really. By the time everyone had got back from the Carol concert snow expedition and everyone was in bed and I'd rung my parents and done all the things, that was all I had time for really. So that is what I did. And then for a few hours this afternoon, not over a few hours, probably half an hour this afternoon, I did get a little bit of stitching time in. And with that I had a new start, and I've started temperature tree. So I think I've already spoken to you about this. I've been wanting to do a temperature sale for ages, and given next year is my 40th year, I thought I would be, well, I'm in my 40th year, it will be my 40th birthday next year. It would be good to commemorate it with a temperature tree. So I'm trying to get the trunk and the branches done before January, so that then I can just crack on with the leaves. And this is my momentous start. Ooh, there you go. That is literally all I've got. So I think what I'm trying to do is outline everything first, and then I'll just infill it, is the plan. I'll see how I go with that. This is a 32 count raw linen by Zweigart. I had it in stash, so I've just cut off a bit of that. And I decided in the end, I did say I was going to use a skein of XG Designs that I got in with an order as a freebie. But someone who'd already stitched this said they didn't think that was going to be enough. So I scratched that, and then I had a quick stash dive today, and I have pulled out Gassed Gentle Arts Walnut. Is what I am going with. This is a 10-yard skein, so I'm hoping that will be enough, but if not, I'll just buy some more. So that's what we've got there. Fold all that back on. So yeah, I'm excited about that. So it's nice to have a new start as well. It's a long time since I've had a new start. Right, so that's all the stitching that I've done. So let's do the Patchwork Rabbit Advent. Day 12. 2012. Here we go. This is the end of the first pile. Number 12. This is thread again. Pretty sure it's thread again. This spare room, it doesn't appear to be getting any tidier. It really doesn't. Ooh. Wow, this is moving well away from the Christmas theme. This is called Tahiti Orange. It's kind of a yellowy orange. Classic Colourworks. There we go. So I'll add that to my growing floss collection. And this nice jingly floss ring. There we go. Right, let's have a look at the pile of previous finishes. We're getting through these. We are getting through them. Today I'm going to show you this one. So this is another one I think I'm going to do something with. This was stitched in 2004 because I have dated it. And I really like it, and I kind of feel quite sorry for it that it has been languishing for so long. This is stitched on even weave. Is that the first one I've shown you so far that isn't on Ada? I think it might be. So this is on even weave. And here it is. Now I think these were called Twilights. Definitely came as kits, but I think they were called Twilights, and I suppose they're in quite a similar vein to the one I showed you the other day, which was, yeah, this one. So I think these were called Silhouettes, and I think these were called Twilights, the range. I can't they might have been kits from Heritage Crafts, but I'm just kind of grasping at that. I can't really remember. But yeah, again, I think this is one that should not languish any longer in a pile in a drawer. So yeah, 2004, so I would have been 21. It's probably my final year at university. Just at the start of my final year at university. Yeah. So yes, and that one kind of escaped. There's a tiny little bit up there, but it kind of escaped the rust incident pretty much. There we go. Right, let's do the wall advents, and then I'm going to keep this brief. I'm just going to let you go and enjoy your evening in the snow, if you have any. I hope the snow hasn't caused anyone any serious problems. There's that awful story of those boys that got themselves in a mess on that lake last night. It's just heartbreaking. So I hope the snow, while I am, you know, having mummy angst about missing a nativity, you know, it doesn't matter really in the grand scheme of things, does it? And we've had a lovely time making memories in the snow today. So I hope it hasn't caused anyone any more serious strife. So this is the Lay Family Yarn fingering weight that I'm using to make the cowl. And this is another kind of neutral. To be honest, I'm having trouble to see what colour things are. I can't decide if that's purple or not. Might be a bit purple. But in this weird light in here, I'm struggling to see what it is. But that's what it is. I will try and film in daylight tomorrow. It does make the whole process a lot easier. So that's what I got from Lay Family Yarn today. And let's have a look at the skein and the stitch. This one is a DK weight yarn. Number 12. Ooh, very dark blue today. Yeah. It is blue and, well, it could be grey, I suppose. It is very difficult for me to tell in this horrible yellow light. So there we go. That's all I've got for you. So hopefully tomorrow life will be a little more back to normal. Hopefully we'll have a bit more melt and children will hopefully be back to school. One of them's meant to go to see a pantomime at school tomorrow, so fingers crossed it all goes ahead. Just really unfortunate after the last two Christmases that have been so disrupted that we've now had snow to disrupt the run up to this one, but it is what it is. Until I see you tomorrow, hopefully with some actual crafting, actual decent amount of crafting to show you. See you later, Stitchers. Bye.